for the side of the microwave for the back of the peninsula, the top and bottom back of the peninsula. And then, so that's what we try to do first, is get all the bottoms, sides. That right there is a couple of days usually. The bottoms and sides, to get all of those covered up, trimmed out, and then sand the faces.
Okay.
We sand those, and then once we get ready to do the faces, we'll put the glue on it. And then, like I said, this is a 2x8 sheet, and we cut these to whatever size their styles are. And I use the special tool for that, which when I did my very first job, I didn't know about this tool. I did everything with a straight edge and a razor knife, which took forever.
Yeah.
But this makes it really fast.
Is this a tool that they provide to you? Or, I mean, is this on their tool list somewhere?
Yeah. This is pretty much standard for the business, so you can adjust it whatever you want. You know, those are in there, those sides are probably like 2.5. So you adjust it 2.5, and this just rides along the edge of it. You just run it through right here.
Yep.
And it'll keep, you know.
Oh, it just cuts it easy.
Goes straight through. So
yeah.
You'll see.
All right.
I lay it down flat, and then, you know, cut a bunch of strips, whatever. You know, I measure all of them, cut them all at one time, all the strips.
Okay.
Get that done out of the way, and then this actually, the wood jobs actually have this stick back, so this peels.
Yep.
Peels and sticks.
Yeah, he showed me that. So how often do you find a job where, you know, you go through all of the parts and you find there's something that needs to be reordered? 1 in 5, 1 in 10, 1 in 30?
Every once in a while. It mainly depends on the measure guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even if he messes up, that's why it's important that we go and check the actual openings, because let's say he measured the door wrong by 1 inch or something like that, we can come in and add 1/2 inch on each side with wood parting stops.
Yep.
Wood, and then that'll make the, you know, close in that, and then we can still use those doors, because doors are probably the main expense.
Right.
The materials. So
yeah.
You don't want to try to, if you can avoid it, you don't want to try to reorder any of those. So.
Do you think it's 1 in 10 where you have to make some adjustment like that, or is it more frequent? Every other one?
Yeah, no, I would probably say, maybe like on a. Sometimes we get on pretty good runs where, you know, 1 in 10, but, you know, there's some every once in a while. You always end up finding something on every job, but it just needs to be figured out.
You can do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's usually, as far as like the measuring for the doors are, it's pretty much always standard, you know. They come in and they, you know, like this one, you know, like here, he talked to the customer about adding a 1 inch piece underneath the dishwasher. Because there's a big gap there.
Like a toe kick?
Yeah, kind of, but it's on the very top.
Okay.
Not the bottom, but the very top of the dishwasher, like a toe kick.
Yeah.
So we're adding 1 inch there,
gotcha.
but they want to be able to take that out.
I see.
Because they have
to remove if
they ever need to remove it, because it's down underneath tile. So I'll just put screws underneath up into the plywood, and then if they want to
they can unscrew it,
yeah, and it'll be still finished there. So
okay,
you know, there's something like that. Everything else looks like here. There was center stiles here, and we're removing them. So their kitchen has those, and we're cutting them out.
Okay.
Cutting them out, and so that way they can have they have 2 rollouts in each of these, and then 1 big drawer instead of 2 small drawers.
All right.
So, you know, these things we go over with, and then here we had to add we're adding 2 1/4 inch wood piece there, parting stop.
Is that something the salesperson did, or is that something you figured out?
This is what the measure guy
does.
does.
That's you came out and added those little details. Gotcha.
Goes over everything what the customer wants. You know, whatever they want, we do. So.
Perfect.
And then other than that, it's pretty standard. He just measures the openings, height and width, and it's just 1/2 inch overlay. That's pretty much standard on every job. And so he just orders the door.
Gotcha.
Adds 1 inch for the overlay.
Cool. Well, I'm not going to take any more of your time, but I sure appreciate it. It's very valuable for me.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, if you ever get a chance, maybe just spend the day actually you know, and so that way you can see all the different phases.
Yeah, they take us through that actually when they do the formal training, but it's all the way down in Florida, so.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a nice trip.
Well, maybe. It'd be a long trip. All right, I appreciate it. May I ask just how long have you been doing this for U.S. Home Remodeling?
I think a year and a half,
okay.
almost 2 years, somewhere around there.
And what does somebody like you make?
25 is what
25.
Standard, yeah,
okay,
in
good.
this area. So,
yeah.
I used to have my own custom cabinet business.
Yeah.
You know, and then before that, I used to be a contractor installing new cabinets.
Yep.
And then it got really slow last couple of years. So
yep.
this company was busy, Home Depot. You know, it's a big company.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of work. So once I came here, it seemed like it was pretty steady. And it was actually, I like this work because it's less labor than what I was used to.
Yeah.
I'm used to lifting cabinets all day.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
doing all that type of stuff on my knees all day sometimes. And this was a little bit less labor and more, you know, you got to really, when you find your guys, you want to find guys that are very detailed.
Yeah.
That's important for this job.
Yeah.
Make sure that, you know, they have custom trim.
Yeah.
Or, you know, even, you know, trim experience.
Yeah.
And that'll really come in far. So
I think it's going to be similar to what we do with the closets, you know, because that's also very, very detailed. Pre-ordered stuff. You know, we forgot our board stretcher today, so it's got to be measured right.
Yeah.
Because you can't make up, you know, you can't make something longer if you don't have a long enough piece and all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So if you ever in town.
Yeah, we will be. I'm sure some of my guys will have some questions for you guys sometimes.
Okay.
So I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
How about you, Bob? Do you have? I mean, what should we look for on the measure side of the business?
Just detail.
Yeah.
Double check everything, huh?
Yeah.
Triple check.
Yeah. You're like the last line of defense.
Yeah.
Salespeople usually are just selling. I mean,
that's right. I know it.
Yeah. So.
Sometimes selling stuff that we don't provide.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you measure bathrooms too for acrylic? Yeah. So that's been my business for the last 7 years.
Okay.
Acrylic bathrooms. So I know all about, you know, salespeople and what they're good at and what they're not.
Yeah.
Just say it that way. We have our salespeople measure our bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
But when we operated out of state, you know, and long ways away, we spent a lot of time trying to get people to measure things the right way. It frustrates some people, you know. I mean, if that's not your core competency, then it's hard to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last job I was on, actually it was 2 weeks ago.